You're watching Channel 1 and this is the cooking series. Let's join Romilo at his small kitchen. Good evening, it's gardening weekend here again, and Holland, your kuya and uncle here. Warm greetings. I'm cooking here, if you notice, a dish. It's Indian dish. It's curry, yeah. Chicken tikka masala, and it consisted of more than 16 ingredients. I planned of shooting it, but it was just too complicated, so it might not be likable. So I gave up. I just cook it without filming. But what we'll be doing is, you will be surprised and you will like it. Our favorite breakfast, Tapsilog. Tapsilog. For our international audience, Tapsilog is abbreviation. 3 words concatenated together. Tapa, which is basically cured sirloin. Beef. Silog or sinangag, which is fried rice. Our friends in Peru, it is chaufa. Chaufa. Log or itlog. Log is the last syllable of itlog, our Filipino word for egg. So it's tapsilog. See it again? Very good. It's tapsilog. It's easy. So for this shoot, because since tapsilog requires the sirloin beef to be cured at least overnight, we are preparing this overnight. So at this scene, I'll be showing you how to prepare or to marinate tenderloin beef. Here are the ingredients for our marinade. Of course, since this is a traditional Filipino recipe, there's vinegar and ginger, and we have a blooper here. I forgot to bring out the pepper, ground pepper. We have this mill, so in order to produce freshly ground pepper. Okay, let's start. Here's our beef tenderloin or sirloin. In preparing beef tapa, the slices should be as thin as possible. Otherwise, it will be tough. If you are not skillful enough in slicing, in making thin slices, you can use a beef tenderizing hammer. Just hammer the beef to make it tender or softer. So we need a sharp knife, and careful not so as not to slice your palm. Just press the meat with your palm, and presto, you have a thinly sliced tapa. You know what? The first time I tasted this was in the Gupan. I didn't know the name, of course. We had this perhaps in Carabao or Form in the barrio. But the first time I had this beef tapa prepared this way I was in grade 6, I think. We went to the Gupan to take an entrance examination to UP. And we visited a relatively rich barrio mate, and they had this for dinner, along with dinengdeng sitaw or dinengdeng beans, and this was my favorite for that evening. Yeah, a country boy from Anda tasting this in the Gupan would be an experience. That's why I cannot forget it until now. I can even remember that I was with my classmates. I was with Marcos, Limerisa, and I think with Juliet. And I can remember I was wearing my rubber sandals. I can still remember that. Our examination was in UPang, University of Pangasinan. No one among us was admitted to UP, University of the Philippines. But it was fun for us going to the city together as classmates. So that's it. It's not thin enough, but it should be alright. Now, this was the proportion. I'll show you the proportion later. Of course, for the marinade, we need this garlic. Have I shown this earlier? Garlic.
Yes.
Yeah, the ingredients. I can't remember doing that. So, some use lots of garlic, but I want to be conservative with it. I don't like much garlic, but it's according to your preference. It's even dry now, but we can still use it. Now, how much vinegar? I've been accustomed to using, for every kilo, I use half cup. So I'll be using approximately 1/4 cup. Measuring cup, if you're new to cooking, use a measuring cup. This is one example of measuring cup. This is 1/2. So I'll be using 1/4, half the, yeah. And salt, al gusto. Yeah, for tapa, it's good to add more. Salt? Was that salt or sugar? Yeah. And where's my towel? Forget it. And then, sorry for holding this with my hands wet. It's almost culinary anomaly. I can find my towel. Yeah, freshly ground pepper, and then marinate the beef. At least overnight. If you cannot cook it the next day, you can refrigerate it. Look at the shelves in the department store, in the grocery stores. They have loads and loads of frozen beef tapa. You can do the same. Freeze it. And they can stay in your refrigerator for months or even a year, as long as you keep the setting at the lowest possible. Lower than -17 C or centigrade. So this is our marinade. Give it a little massage. Yeah. To help the meat absorb the flavors. And put it in a container. I'm using this waterproof container. Yeah. So. And this is our beef at tapa marinade. We'll place it in the fridge to have the flavors, or have the meat soak into the marinade overnight. And see you tomorrow for the frying and for the plating. Good afternoon. This is the day after we marinated the tapa. That was yesterday, and here is our marinated tapa now. I'll be frying just one portion because it's just me. So what do we need for this preparation? We are cooking Tapsilog. We need eggs, but I'm easy on eggs, so I'll just be frying this one. We need salt and of course cooking oil. So let's change the focus now, or the scene, to the kitchen or to the stove. I forgot to mention that this can be messy, so we're using an apron. While waiting for the oil to boil, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you, new subscribers, and thank you for those who are new to this channel, who just visited. And if you are new to this channel, to this content, I suggest you consider subscribing so that you can get the updates of our cooking as well as gardening series. And there will be special events as well as discovery or travels. I think the oil is now hot enough. I'm easy on tapa or on food, so I'll just be frying perhaps 3 pieces of this. And when preparing this in bulk, or when frying this in bulk, it's good to dry it first to minimize splatter. I'll keep the rest. I'll refrigerate this and have it next weekend. As I told you, I'm easy with food. But you can already smell this. I don't know why the aroma of beef fat always smells much better than pork. Yeah, I don't know why. A friend of mine, Dennis, who had a carinderia or eatery, said that to avoid the meat from getting tough when fried, it's good to use high flame. I just noticed I don't have the microphone as touch. I just wonder how this would sound like. I forgot. This came from the church, so let's explain it. Now, let's fry the rice. The question is, would you be reusing this oil here, or rather use fresh oil? To me, or for me, I like to maximize the use of the oil here, which has infused the flavor of the marinade. So I'll reuse this. It gives more flavor to the rice. Call that flavoring or contamination, or flavor contamination. It's up to you. Would that be flavor contamination or flavor optimization or maximization? How would you call that? And I have here cold rice. I always do this. If you want to do a shortcut, do this. You don't have to use your hand and and separating the grains before or beforehand. Just let the heat do it. I'm even using the frying implement here. Some salt, al gusto, a dash of salt. Some people might even have added garlic, but the marinade already has garlic. That's why I did not do it. Now, this is where I don't want flavor contamination. I want the egg to retain its own flavor without having traces of beef tapa flavor. So I'm using new oil, another pan. It's orange in color. What did happen? Well, what do you want me to cook next? Comment below, please. I'm thinking of pork hamonado. I'm also thinking of Mickey, the authentic Mickey from vegan. Not because I want to have a clip on it, but I want to have it. I want to eat it. What else? Oh, well, now I remember. I'd like to make cinnamon rolls as well. It's boiling now, so we can fry the egg. It's what I learned from my mother. When frying sunny side up, do this. So look what happens to the egg yolk. I broke it. And this is our Tapsilog, Tapa-Sinangag-Itlog, dish from the homeland. And to give it that authentic Manila experience or Manila feel, I'm accompanying it with coffee. Thank you for joining me today, and until next time, upcoming next, our gardening series. Until next time.